Usually with these videos, I hop on here with a script, plan to talk about something. You know, I have some pretty detailed bullet points and all that, just going over what I want to talk about. But dude, I just had one of the best, most brutal workouts in my life. Dude, just in there, so many thoughts going through my brain, and I just need to fucking talk. Fuck a script, fuck a bullet point. This is just gonna be a little chat. One thing I just kept thinking about in there is like, why do I want to change my life so much? Why do I want to change this identity? Why do I want to grow into a different person? And after just going back and forth, like, it just hit me all of a sudden when I was doing my cardio at the end of that lift. Like, I'm just trying to do this for God and do this so I can live out my purpose that He gave me. Like, it's so simple at the end of the day. I was given these gifts. Everybody's given these gifts, these inclinations, these desires. I was at Jordan Peterson's show the other day in Fort Worth, probably the most intellectual mind on this planet, side note, but he was talking about the things you're drawn to in life, the things that we ultimately want to do, and that we feel presence and flow doing. And dude, it resonated exactly with some of the messages I've been saying on this channel about how if you're not doing those things that make you feel that presence, that make you feel that flow state, that make you feel like you're not thinking at all and you're just doing, if you're not doing those things or trying to do those things in your life, what the fuck are you doing? Like, I just cannot believe I lived so much of my life consumed by these thoughts of other people and living with half my brain this way and half my brain with where the world was and what people told me I was and what people fucking wanted me to be. I played basketball my whole life. I enjoyed basketball. Basketball was a present flow state moment for me. But what I wanted out of basketball was so wrong. So completely wrong. And I dedicated my life to this sport. I dedicated it. And I'm so glad I didn't have success with it because of where I am today and what success in that would have led me to. I bought a course from this guy on YouTube that goes over basketball mindset and all that about at the end of my junior year, so 2 years ago around this time. And I went through this whole course. I dedicated my fucking heart and soul to this shit because I thought it was going to make me a better basketball player, and ultimately it had concepts in it that did improve my game. But one thing it talked about was visualizations, which is something I'm becoming very big on now, and self-image. And every morning I had this thing called a deep game journal where I would go through goals, processes, and systems and all this stuff. It was a long list of stuff. I did it every morning, 5:30 a.m. before my morning practice, every fucking day for that whole spring and the beginning of that summer. I did it every single day. And every single day, I vividly fucking remember the first thing I wrote for what I visualized myself doing was hitting that big shot, hitting that three, and then the crowd going crazy. I pictured the crowd going crazy, not the feeling I would feel when I hit that shot. I pictured the fucking validation of other people and sought after that, and it fucking, oh my gosh, I can't believe I was wired that way, and I can't believe that I still have this shit ingrained in me, and everybody fucking else does too. Everybody else does. And for some more context, I didn't play a single meaningful minute my junior year on varsity. I played maybe 3 minutes in the rotation. And that was a whole situation itself that I'm sure I'll get into on this channel. But gosh, just the fact that my first ambition, my first visualization, my first care was how other people would view me for what I did and not the way I would feel fucking aggravates me so much. It is perfectly fine to want to be respected by other people, to want to be looked at as a leader, someone with good advice, someone that helps other people. That's great. But when you start looking at your own goals, I spent probably 4 to 5 hours of every single day for 4 years on basketball, fucking thousands of hours, all to get me to that moment where other people look at me with a little more respect. And they probably don't even fucking care at the end of the day. They're gonna go live their life. No, as a matter of fact, I know that's what happens. No one fucking cares, and that's what I dedicated my life for. Oh my gosh. I'm so grateful I'm sitting here right now realizing this, and I'm so grateful God told me no on my prayers. God didn't answer my prayers. I wanted to play college basketball. I wanted to continue that journey. God said no, and I am so glad He did. I'm so glad. When are you gonna stop living on the sidelines of life? I lived on the sidelines of fucking life almost my whole life. I've had very few goals and very few processes that I did for myself. I don't know if that's just me, but I don't think it is. I don't think that's just me. Call me crazy, whatever. But until you look introspectively, my journal, my Google Doc, I'll show you a screenshot right now. It's like 70,000 words, 75,000 words. That's like as big as fucking the first Harry Potter probably, I think. Maybe the fucking Odyssey, I don't know. Until you dive into your brain and until you really look introspectively, you say your prayers, you trust God, you're gonna live on the sidelines of life. And I am just like, that's why I have to change. That's why I'm trying so hard. I'm dedicating my fucking life to making a change in my mindset, my habits, my goals, my purpose, all of it. I am rerouting it because I have to change. I cannot live on the sidelines anymore. I have to live for me. If y'all have seen the movie Soul, the Disney movie actually, with the dude playing the jazz, and it's basically about him kind of working for his calling and pushing off this life of doing something he doesn't even fucking care about, or something that just doesn't align with his purpose. Being a teacher, he enjoyed the music part of it, but he wanted to be a performer, and he pushed it off for so long, and he finally got that piece in that movie when he strived for his true passion. And it shows him, there's scenes in that movie where it's called The Zone, where it shows all the people where they're doing that stuff where it doesn't even feel like you're doing it, and he's ultimately trying to get in that zone as his career, as his life goal. And I don't know why our brains do this, but they push us away from that thing that is our zone. Mine was always making these videos. I knew it from the time I was in fucking 5th or 6th grade when I made my first like Madden mobile video or some shit like that, or 2K video. I knew it, dude. I had so much fun. I got hated on. I got all this shit. People saying stuff. I fucking loved it. I cared. But in that moment, I was ultimately working to where God wanted me to be. And God gave me those inclinations, just like Jordan Peterson was talking about. And I ran from those inclinations for so long and deviated my purpose and just lived an untrue life. I'm done living on the fucking sidelines. I am done. I don't give a fuck what anybody has to say. On my gratitude every day, I almost every single day say I'm grateful for the support of my friends, because I have some great fucking friends that are supportive. If they're watching this video, they know exactly who they are. But I've also got people in my life that I've received fucking like, dude, I'm a week or two into this journey, dude. I've already got shit for this. I've got people that have my name in their mouth, and I know it. And I'm not trying to be that egotistical fuck that's like, oh, they're fucking preying on my downfall, bro. Like, no, everybody's conditioned to fucking act this way and hate on people when they're trying to break out of this system of living on the sidelines. And I'm fine with it. I'm so fine with it. I know one motherfucker who I heard the other day talking some shit or whatever, and I don't even need to play the ego games of saying the only people that will hate on you are behind you. That's a known fact. If you don't have that ingrained in your mind, fucking get it ingrained there. Because if we wanted to break down my life and this other dude's life, like, we could fucking do that, but that's just low-hanging fruit. That's a given. That's a fucking given. And it took thinking about this shit. It took knowing that my name's getting thrown around. Probably in a negative light. Probably in a negative connotation. It took realizing this. And my gosh, I think about my purpose. I think about my why. I think about the call I had last night with someone that was in my comments that's going through the same shit I did. And me being able to offer even a sliver of advice that could help him. Just a sliver. That is exponentially so much fucking bigger than anybody that's got my name in their mouth in a negative light. I don't fucking care. I don't, because I know my God. I know exactly what I'm supposed to do, and oh my gosh, life is so great now that I'm not on the sidelines. I love life, simply put. Like, I'm not trying to downplay anybody that's going through shit. I'm still going through shit too, whatever. But dude, overall, I am thrilled about life. I'm thrilled. And it took a lot of work. It took a lot of introspection. It took a lot of prayers to God. It took a lot of discipline and effort and trial and ignorance debt. But my gosh, am I so glad I did everything that led me to here. I am so glad, because I see a new life where I'm trusting God with my path. If God says no, fine. I'm going to do everything in my power to do what I think and I feel very, very, very assured God wants me to do, because it aligns with the scriptures. It aligns with what I know to be true about my God. I'm going to do everything in my power to make that a reality. But if God says no, then the answer is no. The answer is no. And that's fine. And I had to learn that through basketball. I had to learn that through being told no. And it wasn't even necessarily a no. It was more so a wait. A wait to see that I have something better in store for you. And that goes into the whole concept of life and salvation. You're living your life great. live it to the fullest, honor God, have a purpose. Awesome. But wait and see what I have in store for you in heaven. And my gosh, if you read the scriptures, you see what the Gospels say about heaven, what Jesus said about heaven. Like, I'm looking forward to not only tomorrow and the gifts that God brings me in this life, but the gifts that are up there and the gifts that await me in the future through trusting God. And it is so amazing. And once you have that realization, it lets go of everything that's holding you back. That trauma from when you were a kid, that person who's talking shit, that habit that's holding you hostage. Like, oh my gosh, I'm so grateful, so grateful for my God and this new life he's bestowing on me and this new purpose. Anyways, I'm gonna wrap it up here. I guess that's what it looks like when I just go, no script, just talk, thinking about the stuff that's on my mind. I'm sorry, I need to cut back on the swearing. It's a very ingrained habit. I'm gonna work on that for sure. I'm reading James right now too, and that talks about the tongue and the power your words hold, and I need to fix that. I'm going to work on that, and I'm going to pray on that. But nonetheless, thank you all for watching. I hope I could have provided some value, some motivation, something. Because gosh, once you hop off the sidelines, once you hop onto the field, oh my gosh, there's just no better feeling. Yeah, I hope you have a great rest of your day, rest of your night, and God bless y'all.